Well, Charlotte, give us some indication of what's happening there at the moment.
Good morning. Well, President Ghani has just arrived. He flew in a convoy of helicopters. The Loya Jirga tent is the big white building you see behind me. So he has just arrived. They have just sung the national anthem, and there are indeed more than 3,000 people inside that tent. Now, security is incredibly tight. So President Ghani did not come by road. He flew in by helicopter. And just to give you a sense of what kind of scale of operation this is, if you look over at this hill here, these homes have all been searched by Afghan intelligence. Now, no one can move from the bottom of that hill across the Loya Jirga area all the way across to these apartment buildings. This area is entirely on lockdown. To get into this area, you need to be registered with the Loya Jirga committee to gain access. And then another area around 500 metres behind the camera is also on lockdown. We have Afghan intelligence, police, army, hundreds of uniforms around, and even international forces helping to try to secure this area. Trucks cannot come into Kabul while this Loya Jirga is on. Kabul as a city, 5 to 6 million people, essentially at a standstill. They have instituted a public holiday as of last Saturday, right until Thursday. That means that all government buildings will not operate. Private sector is shut down. Schools are closed, everything, in an effort to try and get the security needed to hold an event of this nature.
Charlotte, I tried to give some sort of outline of the principles, if you like, of the Loya Jirga and some of the basic methods about how it's going to work. But we're talking about thousands of delegates, and these are enormous issues for the future of Afghanistan. In practice, how does this all work?
So it changes a lot. Right now, as we understand it, is that more than 3,000 people are inside this tent. They will have the opening ceremony with President Ghani. Then they will decide on 5 questions. Last week they thought 25, now they're thinking 5, and they will all relate to peace. If they get the opportunity to negotiate for peace with the Taliban, what will their red lines be and what will their priorities be? As the Afghan people, they're meant to represent people from every district, from every province, different tribes, different religions. There's more than 30% are women, which is great to see. So a really diverse group of people in there tasked with coming up with answers to these questions. Like you said, it is consultative, so they will come up with recommendations. It will take them anywhere from 3 to 7 days. Then they will present to President Ghani, and he will decide whether to accept those recommendations going forward, should they get the opportunity to negotiate peace with the Taliban. Just a quick note, people who are not in that tent behind me, CEO Abdullah, he is the second highest ranking person in the Afghan government. He's boycotting it, says he doesn't think it will be productive and that he doesn't feel like he was consulted thoroughly enough in advance of this being staged. And also former President Hamid Karzai also boycotting it, saying that he doesn't think it will be productive.
Charlotte, I know we're going to be checking in with you as things unfold, but for now, thanks very much indeed.